Feelings come from the affective, emotional side of our psychological structure, whereas cognitive beliefs come from the rational, intelligent side. The way in which we interpret a situation involves an emotion, then a reaction. I can therefore say it is not the event that causes the emotion, but how we feel about the event. That depends on your personal belief system. Intake of stimulus followed by a response is the basis of biological functions. Our core values are largely cultural, American culture in our case. What we choose to do is determined by our underlying beliefs. How we observe, evaluate, and respond to our environment are determined by previous stimulus. Beliefs have an evolutionary purpose in that they are added into calculations for future events. Experience is the best teacher. I have often heard, and I must agree, I ascribe to the constructivist learning theory. Knowledge is the total of what you know, plus experience added on top of that is your building blocks. Most people have a unique set of beliefs about most things, which can influence decision making and impact how we see others and how others see us. Attitudes and beliefs are very powerful forces that influence how we behave. People are most productive when they are passionate and excited with what they're doing. Intrinsic motivation is the type of motivation most people work best under, and this comes from a feeling of doing what you should or need to, dependent on your belief system. Beliefs impact emotions, and we make decisions based on our core values. The intersection of what we believe and what we behave. The intersection of what we believe and how we behave. When belief impacts motivation, for example, when doing business in Korea, you're expected to socialize after work with your peers. Alcohol consumption is to be expected. That would never be required in the U.S. to work with a company. But remember, emotions change over time. I do not feel the way I did in my 20s on almost any subject. I'm almost 60, and with life experience comes a different way of thinking. An example of beliefs impacting needs could be how a person shops at the grocer. Depending on how you were raised, that will impact your choices and reflect your needs, how you spend money, and it says a lot about the way you meet your own needs. Beliefs directly influence the goals we set for our motivation for achieving them. If we as individuals are motivated to do something, we must see value in that action, a value that must fulfill us in some way. It could cure our curiosity or open doors for the desire of more knowledge. But our beliefs are where it all starts. Have you ever considered perhaps some of your attitudes and beliefs might be incorrect? Maybe not incorrect, but situationally awkward or needing revision on the spot. And you can do that if you start from a place of cultural humility and see the issues as other people would see it before making a decision. The one belief that motivates me is love of family. Beliefs are where we start. I have a strong family ties. I make decisions like this. What would I want for my family? This may be a simplistic way to think, but you're talking to a person who got a $604 credit card bill and I only spent $25 on myself. So I think I need to reevaluate my budgeting skills.